One of the things that I've been doing a lot lately is death contemplations with friends and various organizations around Sydney. So the Buddha, of course, talked about the certainty of death. He reminded us frequently of the truth of impermanence and often talked about the brevity of life. So it's very good if we can become familiar with these truths to begin to understand and accept that any creature, any being who is born must die. And this is a truth that we all confronted at the beginning of the pandemic. A few moments of samvega, this spiritual urgency, this awareness of the truth that should propel us further along the spiritual path, because we're seeing in accordance with the truth, in accordance with the Dhamma. And so knowing that life is impermanent, knowing that life is brief, that death could come at any moment, the question is, how are you living your life? And so even in the few minutes that I've been speaking about death, our lifespan has been decreasing. Buddha said there was many ways to die. All the people sitting here right now, who knows if we'll survive to the end of the contemplation or getting home. We know that no matter how much wealth we have, it can't protect us. Our friends and family can't protect us from death. And this body is very vulnerable and eventually must stop working. We must eventually give up this body. So death was one of the 5 frequent reflections that the Buddha asked us to recollect from time to time. And death is caught up with old age and sickness. Death is caught up with separation. And death is also caught up with our karma, our intentional actions. After death, we will reap the rewards of our karma. So that's why it's important to ask that question, how are we living our life? And for the death contemplation tonight, we'll do Maranasati, and we'll be imagining a corpse in front of us, a decaying corpse. And so this might be a bit confronting for some people, but just remember that you're here surrounded by friends or online, in touch with a good community of like-minded people. So you're safe. And this is a contemplation that I've done with many people many times, and no one's ever really freaked out. And they often talk about coming to a place of calmness, a place of acceptance, understanding. So there's 9 stages to the meditation, and I might smudge a few together for the sake of time. But we'll begin just by becoming aware of this body as it sits here and now, by closing our eyes, by finding a comfortable posture, and allowing for your body to relax and feel comfortable. And so as you relax, you're letting go of all the activity of your day. Just leaving all the busyness in the past, all the problems you've had today and the last week, just letting go. There's nothing to be done now. And remembering that the future is uncertain. So no need to worry, no need to stress about what's to come. Instead, just taking a few moments to feel that you're here now, allowing yourself to be present, aware, but relaxed, comfortable. And you see that the mind naturally becomes calm, peaceful, and the body is relaxed, and you're not worried about the past or future. And so we'll use this calm, quiet, peaceful mind for our contemplation. And so now visualizing before you a corpse, a dead body, the life gone, no longer breathing, no longer moving, completely still. This corpse is 1, 2, 3 days old, and already decomposition has begun. Its body is beginning to bloat, filled with gases. The blood, having stopped pumping, has begun to pool. The skin becoming mottled and blue. Liquids leaking from the eyes, leaking from the mouth, nose. This body is decaying. Where once there was life, now there is the absence of life. And we think to ourselves, so too, my body is just like that. I have not gone beyond death. This is my inescapable fate. And this is natural. This is normal. There's nothing to be done, nothing to fear. This is just what happens to bodies that are 1, 2, or 3 days old. And this process continues. This body will become food for many creatures. Wild dogs, vultures, hawks, jackals, even flies, maggots and worms. This body will become food for many creatures. And this is natural. This is normal. This is how beings survive. How many humans survive. How our pets survive. This body does not belong to you. There can be no owner of a dead body. So you understand. So too, my body will become just like that. I've not gone beyond death. This is my inescapable fate. And it's okay. It's only natural. And as this body lies there, the decomposition continues. The flesh having been eaten by the animals, revealing blood and bones. Over time, the blood will dry up. The flesh will disappear, leaving tendons holding the bones together. Just like a puppet. These bones held together by tendons. Flesh and skin gone. The blood dried up. These bones are all that's left. That body joined together by tendons. And this will also be my fate. I cannot escape this. And soon, even those tendons, the only thing that held together this human shape, even those tendons will decay and disappear. And the bones will lie scattered. Here a hip bone, there a jawbone, there a hand bone, leg bone, over there the skull. And this body which before seemed so unified, so cohesive, so singular, now lies scattered, dispersed. Its human shape gone. And so too this will happen to my body. This is my inescapable fate. As time goes on, those bones, which were white, bright as a conch shell, those bones will become yellow, brown, starting to decay, lying in a heap. And there's nothing we can do. It's only natural that these bones will decay. And this will be the same for my body, my bones. This is my inescapable fate. And many years from now, far into the future, those bones swept by air, moved by earth, will become nothing but a fine, powder of dust. Nothing but dust. And this is how it has been for all bodies. I cannot escape it. This is certain to be my fate. Why then do I cling so tightly to this body, this me, mine, I? And so as we come towards the end of this brief contemplation, looking back over the process, starting out with that 1-2-day-old corpse eaten by animals, the decay of blood, flesh, and tendons, revealing the skeleton, seeing the scattered bones, white, bright, then decaying, browning, becoming nothing but dust. How did it feel to contemplate death? Was it difficult, challenging? Were you able to find some peace, some acceptance? Can you understand that this is natural? This is a truth we must confront. And ask yourself, knowing the certainty of death, how am I living my life? And so you can relax your awareness and come back to this body sitting here now. You're alive. Wonderful. And we can dedicate the merits of our practice. May all beings live their lives well. May all beings see the truth of impermanence. May all beings learn wisdom and attain nibbana.